Hey you guys, today we're going to talk about Israel and Palestine's dark origin story. So basically, Palestine and Israel have been fighting a very long time. It goes back to 1800s, World War I. And just a disclaimer, this is a very complex matter to cover in one 7 to 8 minute video. So I'm going to make this a multi-part series where I go over the major shifts while still trying to be as thorough as possible. So, we start off in World War I. Ottomans are still ruling. End of World War I. Ottomans don't rule anymore. Arab nationalism and Jew Zionism are being brought up in roughly the same area. The Jews, they want a homeland. They believe that Palestine is the place. The Arabs, the Palestinian Arabs, they want self-determination, which means they want to have their own government, have their own statehood, right? At this point in time, Jews are immigrating to leave Russia. They are being discriminated against. They are experiencing a lot of anti-Semitism in Russia. And also they have this incentive to go to their historic homeland. And they saw Palestine as this biblical land of Israel. They also had British support, which also encouraged them to flee into Palestine. And other countries restricted Jew immigration because they foresaw the issues that would arise with Jew immigration coming into their country, right? And as Jews immigrate, Zionist support grows within Palestine, as well as economic differences between Jews and Palestinians. Arabs lost land, they lost jobs. Jews, they took over abandoned land that was in Palestine, and there was a lot of difference with the economic status of these two peoples, and this led to a lot of violence within Palestine because of different national goals. Jews, they wanted to take over the land, and Palestinians, they wanted to keep the land because they wanted their own statehood. They didn't want to budge. So now we're jumping to 1917, the Balfour Declaration. Zionist ideals are supported by Britain, and we're going to see why Britain is very important in a few minutes. So after World War I, the League of Nations gave Britain a duty to govern Palestine. They had control over immigration, policing, diplomacy, land laws, and this gives Britain the power to sway motion towards or away from Jews or Palestinians, Zionism or nationalism, right? Also, with this duty, the land of Palestine became known as the British Mandate of Palestine. Just a little fun fact. But back to the Balfour Declaration. Some background knowledge. Britain made a promise to Arab leaders that if they helped take down the Ottoman Empire, they would be independent and they would be free. Now, these two promises, the Balfour Declaration and these promises that they made to Palestinian leaders, they conflicted very heavily. Palestinians expected them to let them keep land to build an independent statehood. Jewish people expected more immigration to allow them to populate the area and claim it as their own, to build upon this Zionistic idealism that they have, right? And Palestinians, they were feeling so betrayed because, the British, they're going back on this promise that they made during wartime. And now, because of increased Jewish immigration, it further widened the gap between these two people. the economic differences increased. Population, it's just a big gap. Arabs are down here, Jews like through the roof. And that's where we're going to pause today. But you can see the conflicts, the seeds of conflict being planted. There's two peoples, there's two national movements, and Britain keeps making these promises that they can't keep to both sides, right? So in the next part, we're going to discuss what happens after the Balfour Declaration and what happens with the first Arab-Israeli War. If you like this, be sure to like and comment. Also sub if you want to see the next part. Peace.